start yelling at people.
It's like second nature.
It is, we've got to start yelling at people now. Can everyone hear me in the back, or do I have to take the mask off? I am really, really loud. I'm really loud in general, so let's just hope. Thank you all for coming tonight. Obviously, this is our first one back. We're running around and we're in a bit of a mess, but we're here and we're doing it as best we can. That was miscommunication with the church and centre and everything else. So I hope you've all obviously stayed safe during this hard time. I have got the lovely Maureen Faunch with me today, who is going to be our medium.
Hello everyone. Nice to be you.
It is nice, isn't it? It's good to be back.
Nice to see you. Nice.
We do ask that if you've got a phone, you can put it on silent, please. Because I was at one of these once and my phone ringtone is Ghostbusters and it was not good. It really wasn't good. It was David Wells as well. Oh no. See if I can laugh. If Maureen comes to you, just sort of put up your hand and say hi, or if you give out something that you think you can take, just let us know. Yes, no answers if possible. She's not hungry, she's had her dinner, do not feed the medium, please. We'd rather you didn't do that. So all I'm going to do now is going to ask Maureen if you could possibly do opening prayer for us. That would be great.
Right. Let's get back into the swing of things.
Yeah.
Right, just close your eyes. Just try and relax from everyday stresses that we've all had. And just be at peace with yourselves. Great Spirit, Father God, as we come into our centre, we ask, please, that you can bring the love, the light, the healing, and the beautiful colours that we all need into our lives. We thank you, Great Spirit, for allowing us here, for opening us here, opening our centre. It's been a long time and you know what's going on in our world. So I ask, Father God, that each and every one here may find peace, strength, healing and upliftment in their lives. Sending all love and peace out to our world, which is badly needed at this time. We thank you for the blessings in our life. We thank you for the health that we have. And we also send thoughts out to those who have gone to spirit and ask for their progression. We must never forget our animal kingdom, because they are all important to us on the earth plane and they all have a reason to be here. So I ask that you open your eyes and hearts, all of us here, to the spirit world, to the earth plane, so that we can join together and have a lovely evening today. I ask all this, Great Spirit, in your name. Amen.
That's all right. This lovely lady, because she's my purse.
My husband's just gone back to see. I don't know if he's got face masks on.
I've got a spare if you need. I've got spares if you need one. Yeah. So,
Good night to pick up tonight. Thank you very much. Sorry to interrupt.
Normally we have got our healing book, but there's only 2 names in it tonight, so I'm going to leave that for now. Normally we would do a healing hymn, but obviously with COVID regulations we're not allowed to sing, because there'd be too many people projecting too many particles, I'm assuming, something to do with that. But I do have a little reading that I'm going to read out. I'm a little bit different to some churches. A lot of churches will do philosophy and things like that for their readings. I prefer a more personal, down-to-earth touch. And for that, I like to read real-life stories. Because sometimes, even if you don't get a message, you might find that something in the story that I read, that someone's true testimony will actually resonate with you and give you a little bit of hope and upliftment. So it's a very quick story. It's from a lady called Sarah. She said, as a little girl, I was always a good sleeper, a bath and then bed after watching Coronation Street with my mum Jackie, and I'd be out like a light. My dad Roger worked abroad and couldn't wait for his trips home. He appeared with trinkets and teddies from China and India, telling me exciting stories about exotic far-off lands. Even though we didn't see him often, I was still Daddy's little girl. Mum and Dad doted on me and my brother Alex, and seeing their rock-solid marriage made me determined to have the same for myself. In 2010, I met the man of my dreams, Martin. Dad gave him his seal of approval, as he was soon called Martin's son. We had our first child, Josh, now 8, when Martin finally popped the question, getting down on one knee at a pretty local garden. I couldn't wait to tell Dad and have him walk me down the aisle. "Congratulations, let's start planning the wedding," he grinned at me. I'd come home from work to find Martin and my parents with wedding stuff spread all over the kitchen floor. On the morning of my wedding, on the 21st of May 2014, I felt like a princess as I fastened up my sweeping lace gown. I'll never forget Dad's face when he poked his head around the door of the wedding suite with a glass of champagne. He was so taken aback when he saw me in my dress, walking up the aisle on Dad's arm, as our friends and family all stood with tears in their eyes, was one of my most cherished memories. But despite his proud smile, Dad kept wincing and rubbing his back. The next day, his side was covered in bruises. He went to see the doctor. After months of tests, we were told that Dad's kidneys had failed on the morning of my wedding. He was put on a waiting list for a kidney transplant, and in the meantime, he needed overnight dialysis. Years passed, and we had a second child, Holly, now 3, and Dad doted on his grandkids, but it was tough for us all, seeing his health deteriorating. I knew what I had to do. "I want to give you my kidney, Dad," I told him. My brother Alex had already offered, but he wasn't a match, so this was Dad's last chance. On the 6th of April 2019, Dad brought his new car round to show me. It was a black and red Toyota with all the bells and whistles. He was pleased as punch. I sat in the passenger seat and flicked on the radio just in time to hear Hotel California, one of Dad's favourite songs. As we belted it out together, I had no idea that would be the last time I'd see Dad alive. Late that day, I got a call that I'd been waiting for from the hospital, the dates for my first assessment to see if I was a match with my dad's kidney. Elated, I called him to tell him the news, but he went straight through to answer phone. He must be at work, I thought. Looking back, the universe was telling me that Dad didn't need to know because he wasn't going to be around that long. 2 days later, Mum found Dad dead in his bed on Sunday morning. He'd had a massive heart attack in his sleep. She said he looked really peaceful, but we were all absolutely devastated. Cuddled up to Martin that night, I wept in his arms as he tried to comfort me. "I just can't believe I'll never see Dad again," I sobbed. Little did I know that Dad had other plans. 2 weeks after his death, I woke up one morning feeling heartbroken all over again. "Are you okay?" asked Martin, concerned, seeing the devastation on my face. "I had the most vivid dream last night," I told him. "We were on holiday with Dad, and I thought he was asleep as I was trying to wake him up. I was kissing his cheek and saying, 'Come on, Dad,' but he wouldn't wake up. Then I woke up and remembered that he was dead." "It's probably just your mind's way of processing what's happened," soothed Mum. But the next night I dreamt of Dad again. This time I was on the school run and drove past him walking in a field. And the night after that he appeared to me and a friend of mine. He'd walked past us in the street and turned to say hello. Before long, Dad's appearances in my dreams had become a nightly occurrence. And instead of upsetting me, I actually started to look forward to them. I started to feel excited about going to bed, wondering when and how Dad would show up that night. It didn't matter what I was dreaming about. I knew he'd make a cameo somewhere. Sometimes they were heartfelt. One night he appeared to me in the stables where I ride, and we sat together on the bench talking for hours. "I've come back to have a catch-up with you," he told me. Other nights they were downright bizarre, like the time that I dreamt that my guinea pigs Twinkle and Speedy were jet skiing. I was following them, and when I looked over my shoulder, sure enough, there was Dad bobbing along behind us in his own jet ski with a big grin plastered on his face. It's now been 20 months since Dad passed, and I've dreamt about him every single night. That's over 500 dreams. I take such comfort in these nightly visitations. I believe Dad's spirit is coming to me and watching over me. I've always been interested in spirit, and now honestly I think that I have my own guardian angel. It also makes me miss Dad less because I know I get to see him every night. I'm able to go to sleep with a great big smile on my face. I thought that was a very, very good story to indicate and show just how our loved ones never leave us and how spirit will try anything they can to communicate with us. So even if you can't get to a church like this or to a service, or if you don't get a message, just remember they are always there with us and they will make their presence known when they want to. I'm going to pass you over to Maureen in case she's got anything she wants to say.
Yeah. It was quite funny because you mentioned the 6th of April. That's my late husband's birthday. Yeah. So I thought that was very absent. Right, I'm going to try and uplift the energies here. We've all had a weird 18 months. We've all had it. I don't want to go over it because we've seen it, done it, had it on the radio and television, God knows where. So I want to really uplift the energies. And it's what children say to us. I just want to say this. What children say can make us laugh, can make us smile and take notice of what's going on in our life. I've got a lovely next door neighbour. She's got 2 lovely kiddies. One was born last year, the other one's 5 in next week, I think it is, or week after. Before COVID came and disrupted us all, I've got a wire fence, so we were saying hello to one another and everything, got to know my neighbours, lovely couple. And this little one wanted to be nosy and what's in your house. So my friend John, because he lives up the other end of town, I live in Harlow, another back town, he lifted her over their fence, brought her into my place. She's going here and she's going there and playing hide and seek, you know. We had a lovely time and she wants to hide and she wants to know what this is and what that is. We had a good time. And then COVID set in and we couldn't see her in regards to playing with her or anything else. Mind you, I've got grandchildren and great-grandchildren, but obviously we can't see them, can't touch them, can't do anything. So this little one has got bigger, and beginning of this year, I think it was springtime, we had a lovely time with weather. It was absolutely lovely. So John's done some shopping for me, he's come in, and I had a call from my neighbour, the little girl's mum. I said, hello love, is everything all right? So she said, yeah, she wants to know if John's there. So I said, yeah, John's here. So I said, why? So she said, she wants to know if he can come out and play. So I said, yeah, feel free. You know,
Take him.
Feel free. So I said to him, can he go out and play? Yeah, fine, go out and play. So he goes out there and she aims a water pistol at him. Well, that's it, isn't it? So her mum says, don't worry about it, I've got one for you as well. So she got one for John. I'm filling it up with warm water, don't worry about it. So there they are, firing these water pistols at one another and having a real good time. She's over in her garden, he's over in my garden, having a lovely time. And all of a sudden the mum says, now, when John says stop, and he's had enough, then he's had enough, and you stop. And that's what happened. You know, he didn't say stop, but she called her in for tea. But isn't it wonderful that a little girl can bring a smile to your face, a little child, with all that's going on? And she knocked at my door, and she handed me a little picture of a rainbow. This was when we was doing the clapping and everything. So I said, oh, that's lovely, darling, thank you so much. And then she'll knock on the door, and then she's standing like this because her mummy says, no, you mustn't go near. And she's just realising all this, you know, at that time. And on my doorstep is a plate with little cakes on it that her mum's made, and she's put it on the doorstep. Mummy says they're for you and John. And I thought, it's so lovely to have normality from a child, So I thought that would lift the vibrations a little bit. Right, now, anybody that's never been to anything like this before, here tonight? Anybody that's new to it all?
Oh, veterans.
You're new to it all. Just you, darling? Anybody else here? Anybody else? No, right. The way I work, I try to get as many messages in as possible because I think there's a lot of you, so I'm never going to get round to all of you. Usually if there's 10 people, I can do 10. I cannot get rid of all of you tonight. But basically, we'll do our best. If I come to you and it's no, then please, if somebody else can accept it, please put your hand up. Otherwise, I'll be working here and thinking I'm getting nowhere fast. So, if it's no, and they do mess around with me sometimes, I might be here and somebody says no, and then somebody over there will say, oh, I can take that. I tell them off, but it makes no difference, they still do it. I say, get in the queue. Get in the queue, there's a queue, get in the queue. And I'm not being disrespectful because they have not grown wings. When spirit leave us and go home, when our loved ones leave us and go home, they're just the same as what we are. They haven't sprouted wings, and if they had a bad temper when they was here, I expect they've still got a bad temper when they're over there. But please let me know if I'm going wrong. All I need is yes, no, and don't understand. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Because I was at a church and I was sitting like second row and the medium was speaking so softly I couldn't hear. So I need to be able to make you hear. Right, do walk around a bit, bear with me on that one. Right, I need to know where I'm going. I'm mumbling them out at the moment. What am I doing? Right, straight ahead. Right. Now, if you feel that you need to answer me and, you know, slip your mask down, put it straight back up if you feel way inclined, all right? If I come to you, I'm not worried about that. Or if you just want thumbs up, thumbs down, I've got no problem with that either. We work as we go. It's like no cloth on the table. Does it matter? We're all here. They're waiting. It doesn't matter. It's what it is. Right. Right. I need to come to you. Mum, I've got a mum, and she says, don't stress on the situation. It will sort itself out. All right?
Okay.
Now, she's quite positive on this one. She's quite positive on this one. And I'm not being told what the situation is. She said, don't be so nosy. Would this be your mum?
My mum is in spirit, yes.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, would she have told me off for it? Because
Yeah,
basically,
probably.
she's speaking her mind. She's speaking her mind. Right, lovely lady. My size, a little bit wider, but I want to go directly to you. And she says, you know what you need to do. You know what you need to say. But she says, sometimes you think, if I say it, it's going to open a big can of worms, and I don't want that to happen. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
I think so, yeah.
Right, that's fine. Right, she's taken me to the month of August for you. She's taken me to the month of August, which is this month, obviously. And she says, please, what is it? Stop counting the days. Stop counting the days. It's like I've got a diary or something with me and I'm counting the days. I'm counting the days.
I understand.
She's also telling me why do I want to say Friday the 13th? Friday the 13th. Someone in the spirit world, she's telling me, was very, very superstitious. And I'm with a lady, and I'm with Mum's side of it. On Mum's side, a lady, sister-in-law, somebody like this. She's Friday the 13th. Why do you still worry about Friday the 13th? So she's not for you, I know, but she's telling me that somebody Friday the 13th. Right, she says you will find that out later.
Yeah, thank you.
George sends his love. George sends his love.
Mhm.
All right. I'm going breathing problems here. I'm going breathing problems.
With George. It was a long while ago. I don't remember.
Right, I'm going breathing problems. Right. I'm also going to a machine, and I've got a little lady, and she would have done this on a machine. She had a foot machine where you done the pedal, but she also done it very quickly. And I want great gran. I've got a picture of great gran, and she's wearing dark clothes. She's wearing dark clothes, and she's used to do pedal along this machine, and it had a long bobbin on it. It had a long
I
bobbin.
have to check my sister. She remembers things better.
Yeah, would you understand that? And it's like you're pedalling away, and it's like, I will catch up, I will catch up.
Yeah.
Right, but she said, take your time, it will get sorted. A change of medication being talked about. A change of medication, not for you, but somebody connected with you. So, as a tablet or something that's not doing the right thing or they're not happy with. So I'll leave this one with you. It's a friend.
Oh.
It's a friend.
Oh, right.
Yeah. It's a friend who's not happy with whatever she's being given. All right. So she needs to talk to someone. You might even have to be on the phone. I phoned a GP. 15 in front on your bike. And wait there 15 for 15 on the phone. But she does need a change. All right. And tell her to be patient. You yourself, I'm being given healing for your lower back and for your knees. For your knees. And there's and also I want to say you're trying to sort out what to eat. You're trying to sort out what to eat. If it's not you, somebody else in your family.
I need to eat better.
Yeah, right. Right, Mum. Should stop being finicky. Eat what you feel that is right for you. Eat what is right for you. Right. Do you know anyone who, I shouldn't ask questions, sorry, upstairs. Do you know anyone on the earth plane who's got an eating disorder? If not,
something else that they've got wrong with them.
right, I feel it's to do with
certain
food.
things.
I feel it's to do with food. All right, I'm going to leave it with you. But she is a lovely lady. She's still very much around you. She wants some bluebells. I've got to give you bluebells for some reason. I don't know why. I've got bluebells. And the surname of James. The surname, not the Christian name.
Yes.
Surname of James, all right?
Yes.
And I'll leave it with you.
Thank you.
All right. Small, but it might be significant. I want to try and get as many as possible. Right, now, our lady here, bless you. Your time is now. Your time is now, all right? It's like you've been waiting.
Yes.
You've been waiting. Your time is now. You see spirit, I'm being told. You're mediumistic. You do this work, or you should be doing this work. I don't like to push it, because basically we all come to it in our own time. I didn't come to it until I was 50. All right. Evelyn Lloyd didn't come to it until she was 70, so there's hope for us all. I've gone past that one, past the 70 mark. I've got a gentleman here. He would have had a lot of problems, tummy area.
Funny enough, I've been sitting in here with pain
Terry.
in my tummy, which is
Tummy.
me. No, and that's not me.
I've got a gentleman with a tummy area in the spirit world.
Yeah.
He's coming in now because he said you sense him around.
Yes.
You sense him around. You've been asking questions.
I'm always asking.
You've been asking questions about where do I go from here?
Yeah.
How do I go forward?
Yes.
And he said he will show the way to you.
Lovely.
Right? Take notice of the signs that you get.
Yes.
I want to go February for you. Birthday's passing's anniversary, February. I also want a Christmas passing as well around
Yes.
your family.
Yes.
Christmas passing. I've got a lady here. She's standing next to the gentleman. She wants to she says, put on your dancing shoes. Does that make any difference to you when she says you're not, I know we can't at the moment because of what's going on, but she says you're missing out on a lot of stuff.
Yes.
You're missing out on a lot of stuff. Tomorrow never comes, all right? It needs to be now. Concentrate on now. Forget tomorrow. Forget next week, next year. The name of Jill being given to you.
Yes.
The name of Jill. And I've also got a child that never reached the earth plane.
Yes.
But you hear.
Yes.
And would you understand that you've heard a child? It's
yeah,
like you, yes,
Yeah.
you understand. And this child, I might be wrong on this, but I feel female with this. I feel female with this. So if it's not you, if it's not for you, it might be for somebody else with the thing. I want to give you a teddy, a very large teddy, and it's to cuddle.
Yeah.
Because at the moment I feel that you could do with that.
Yeah.
You could do with that. All right? Don't, if you want to cry, then cry, because basically that's what clears all the bad energy and rot that goes in here. You're helping as much as you can. You're helping as much as you can on the earth plane. But you need to say no occasionally. Are you two together?
Yes.
Because I needed to put a beautiful pink ribbon around the pair of you. Pink is unconditional love. All right? You give it to each other, but sometimes you don't accept it from others. All right? You need to do this. You need to accept it from others as they've given it to you. Right? I've got mindful books. Mindful books. I've got colouring mindful books as well. I've got a beautiful butterfly. I've got a beautiful butterfly. All the colours of the rainbow here. Change of circumstances for the gentleman. Are you working? I've got to ask this. Are you working?
Not at this very moment, no.
Not at the moment.
But there has just been a change, yes.
But the changes are, if they've come, great. And if they're not come yet, they are going to come. More changes for you. It will be good for you because you feel stuck. You feel stuck. You're not stuck. Everything happens for a reason. If things are quiet, it happens for a reason. It means that sometimes we need to take that time so we can, hey, sort out what we really want to do.
Yes.
What we really want to do. I want to buy a wooden spoon for somebody, and I feel it's to do with where you were working or connected with where somebody was stirring things. Yeah? You understand that, don't you?
Stirring things, yeah.
Because I've got a lovely lady telling me this. She's taller than me. She's a bit taller than me. She's got longer hair than me, and I would say it comes here. Her hair is darker than mine. Her hair is darker than mine. She, like me, wears skirts and blouses. I'm seeing her in a court shoe. All right? And she is the one who says, I'm buying a wooden spoon and I'm giving it to him. Keep it by you, because next time somebody tries to stir it, then you'll know what they're trying to do and you walk away and leave it. All right? Retaliation don't work. It don't work. It just causes more problems for us and for the spirit world and everybody else.
Yes.
Why do I want to go to Lord of the Rings? Is it connected with a child? Lord of the Rings? A memory? Lord of the Rings. Does that make any difference to either? Lord of the Rings. I want to go back in time with this. A book, Lord of the Rings.
I have read the book, yes.
Would you understand a book with Lord of the
Yeah,
Rings?
I've read the book.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
They just shoved this book in front of me and I thought, why are they shoving a book in front of me? Lord of the Rings. It's just memories for you, right? A gentleman calls that unpop. Unpop. So it's either dad, granddad, or somebody who would have been known as that. And it was a nickname people give him, Pop. Pop. If I haven't, I've moved on from you.
Not the gentleman, but I know the lady. I know a lady Pop.
Right. I've got this gentleman called out Pop. Would you understand the gentleman with the lady?
Not
No.
Not
All
myself,
right, I've moved
no.
on from you. Don't
Yeah, no,
worry.
that's
Don't
fine.
worry. Don't
Thank
worry.
you. Thank you very much.
I don't know why I've got a fireman with you as well. A fireman. A fireman. He's in spirit, but he was a fireman when he was here on the airplane. I'm going back 25, 30 years.
Yeah, going back a
25,
while.
30 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
All right, I have to give you the fireman.
Yeah, okay,
All right.
yes, I
Bless you,
understand.
thank you for working with me. But your time is now. Listen to them, meditate. You can't clear your mind completely, as we all know. But just sit quietly in nature, wherever you want. Hug a tree.
Yes, I do.
Hug a tree.
I always do.
All right. And you go to see the rainbows when they're out, don't you? You also laid on the grass when you was little and used to make pictures in the sky,
Yeah, I still
picture
do.
in the clouds, right?
So
You've got a
I'll
pair
do
of
that then.
you've got a pair of shoes you need to throw away because they're hurting you. You understand that?
Yeah.
You've got a pair of shoes you need to throw away. They said get rid of them, give them to charity, get rid of them.
Yeah.
Because directly you put them on, you're going to walk out and say, oh God, I wish I'd changed them shoes.
I did that the other day.
All right, you said it the other day.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. All right, I'll leave it with you.
Thank you.
Thank you for working with me. Bless you.
Thank you.
Right, now where am I? Right. Our gentleman, the new gentleman, welcome. We are normal people, mediums are normal people. They think we're something special, but we're not. All right. I can lose my temper at the best of them. I can shout and scream. And somebody said today that, oh, you're an angel for something I've done. And I said, no, my halo has slipped quite often just lately.
That's why I've got horns, it holds the halo on.
Ah, well, but I want to say, you have thought many times about coming to this sort of thing. And they said, it's only when you're ready that you come, and you are ready at the moment. I have a lady in the spirit world. She's given me a feeling that she wants to give you support, love and understanding. And she wants you to move forward, but only when you're ready to do it. Only when you're ready to do it. I have different work with you as well. I've got different work with you. I feel that you are capable of doing so much more than what you are doing now. They're not telling me what they are. I'm quite a nosy person, but they don't tell me everything. And I'm amazed that they can tell me at all, actually. But they said, I've got books and study with you. Would you understand that? I've got books studying, or want to study, or thinking about studying. I've got books with you. And this lady, she's giving me so much strength for you. And she says, I'm always around you. Now, this lady is taller than me, and I'm going to heart and lungs area. Heart and lungs area. Now, if it's not who you think about other people as well, all right? Because this lady's giving me so much support for you. And I've got a gentleman here, and he says you look a bit like him. You look a bit like him. When you look in the mirror, the people say to you, "My God, you're getting more like him every day." Right? He comes forward. I want to go London links with you. East London links with you. Now, East London, I mean, I come from Walthamstow many years ago, last century, if you like. But I want to go that neck of the woods, East London area with you. Because they're saying it's like, there's many changes gone on this year. There's many changes gone on last year. But they said, don't sit on the fence. You know what you need to do. There's new things for you to do, and they want you to do it. The name of Gladys, but I feel Gladys on the earth plane connected around you. Don't worry about names. John in the spirit world. There's a John in the spirit world, and he's got dark hair, tall. Can anyone understand? He's tall, dark hair, pushed back. Quite a slender gentleman. what's they doing? Casual clothes, not suit, casual clothes. Right. Think about it later, don't worry about it. If you really can't, then that's fine. But if you're not sure, always say no. I don't mind no's. I don't mind no's. I'll try and go back a minute. I'm being told you're looking in the right direction. That makes sense to you? You're looking in the right direction. I've just been told. Tell him he's looking in the right direction. There's also a gentleman's watch. He's not here, but the watch is. The watch is. And I also feel that it stopped at a passing. There's a watch that stopped at a passing and never went again. Would you understand that? No. Can you understand that? Right. I'm going towards West Country for memories, holidays, memories. West Country, Devon, Cornwall, Wales, all towards that area as memories for you or around you. Memories for you or around you. And I've got a car that's going to be changed. They're thinking about changing a car. Is it you or somebody connected with you thinking about changing a car? It needs changing. It needs changing. Something keeps going wrong with it. Something keeps going wrong with the car, and they said it needs changing. All right.
He's in the garage and got a rental.
All right, but
So he will get the car back at some time.
right. What they're saying, whether you've got it down, whether you don't, but I can see a change in a car.
Yeah.
All right, because the more money you spend, it's like pushing it down the drain, isn't it? It's just going. And a motorbike being given to you as well as a memory, a motorbike. And this is not one of the new ones of today. This is a very old one from years ago. I will leave these things for you to think about, but keep coming.
Yeah.
All right, different mediums work differently, and see where you go with it. But as I said to that lady there, change is good. Our time is when we're doing something different. We need to do things differently. Right. Would you understand a child on the earth plane who really needs a stern hand, an upper hand, not smack or anything like that. A child that needs a firm hand. It can be, it doesn't matter for you, it can be to do with friends or family or anything like that. But it's a child, I feel. Can you understand that? Okay, between the two of you, can you understand that?
What, now young or someone who's grown up but was younger?
There's a child on the earth plane now who needs a firm hand. I feel that they're winding around fingers. Just like it. But I'll leave them. I want to go Barnstable as well. Barnstable. Healing is going to one of your feet, I'm being told.
Going to.
One of your feet.
Okay.
You've got problems with one of your feet.
No.
Right, someone here has got problems with one of their feet along this line. Who's got it? You've got problems with one of your feet.
All right.
Right, oh yeah, you've got problems with one of your feet.
Yeah.
I'll leave you to think about all them
Okay.
things.
Sure.
All right, please keep coming. And yeah, I can still see books and more knowledge for you. And when somebody tries to take you off the course, just say no. This is where I belong. This is where I need to be, and I'm going to follow it through. All right. I also know that you're very aware of spirit as well. You hear noises, you see things, but you're not quite sure of what they are. And sometimes we need to keep our head still and just move our eyes if you can, and then you might see the shadow or shape, noises. They come in every direction. Come in every direction and every way they can to make us realise. And I've also got medals belonging to a gentleman. His medals are here. His medals are here. Right. Will you ask one of your friends, please, about a gentleman? And I feel I'm with the Air Force and not the Army.
Be my dad.
It was for your dad? Right. I will leave you with that. Bless you, darling. Thank you for waiting for me. Right, Air Force medals. Yeah. You need a medal. You need a medal. I'm being told there's a lady here. She's not a mum, but I feel that she's like a mum to you. She's like a mum to you when she was here.
My mum has passed.
Your mum's passed?
Yeah.
But another lady, because you've got mum, there's a mum and another lady, and they're side by side here.
Okay.
All right, would you understand two people side by side
Yeah,
with your
they knew
mum?
each other.
Because they're side by side. You should say, I'm not a mum, but I'm like a mum, and a mum's here. Right. What are you doing? You need to say no.
Mhm.
What are you doing? You need to say no. Right, I'm going to October as a month for you. And what happened at Easter? Why was it all over the place at Easter? Something was all over the place. They're talking about Easter. Something went pear-shaped at Easter. Something went pear-shaped at Easter. You or somebody around you arranged something, to do something, or go somewhere, and it all went pear-shaped. It's nothing to do with COVID, she said. It's nothing to do with that.
So my memory's so bad, I forgot.
No, that's fine. If I sat there, I wouldn't remember time. If I sat there, my daughter was sitting with me in church years ago, and the medium come. I'm going back years now, and the medium come to her and gave her all this information about something. She couldn't understand it. She went back and told her husband. And he said, that's where we went on honeymoon. God. Right, something went on at Easter, all right? I want to go to my throat area. I want to go to my throat. Yeah. I want to go to your throat because it's like a lump in here.
Yeah.
And it's like, say it. Does to make any difference? Does it?
Yeah, there's two members of our family, myself and my son, who've got problems with the throats.
Yeah. But when we have a problem with our throats, sometimes it's because we need to clear the air with something.
All right.
We need to clear the air with something. And these two ladies, lovely ladies,
Yeah.
one is taller than the other, I'm being told. One is taller than the other.
Okay.
She's by about 2 inches. She says by about 2 inches. Very precise.
There's not much difference between
Very
them.
precise.
Quite little.
And also, there's a gentleman here, but you smell cigarette smoke as well. You smell cigarette smoke because he smoked like a trooper.
No.
That makes sense to somebody here. I know I'm in the same row. I'm in the same row. I'm in the same row. Smoke. Yeah?
Yeah, but
Right.
we're not together.
No, it doesn't matter. If I need to place it, get in the queue. Right. Name of Dolly. Dolly. Lady. Dolly. Right. On the earth plane, we can't always interfere with our family or friends. But I want to say, I feel that there's a fast and loose situation. Somebody's playing fast and loose with somebody's emotions around your area of family. And I can't go any deeper than that, would you understand? It's private.
Right, okay.
It's like they're not saying true words. They're not giving out the truth all the time.
What, some family members? Oh, right, okay.
All right? They're not giving out the truth all the time.
Yeah.
It's up to you to find out, but sometimes we need to hold back and let it happen, let things happen. Right, I've got a lady here, I've got a gentleman, no, don't do that to me. I've got a gentleman, he's holding on as he's going around, so I know that he would have had trouble walking. He would have had trouble walking, and that was at the end of his life. He was quite upright and sprightly when he was well and happy and younger, but at the end of his life he would steady himself because he'd lose his balance a bit. No? No? If it's no, just let me know. Can anybody else understand? Fred. And it's to do with a neighbour. It's to do with a neighbour. When I'm going back 15 years ago, you had a neighbour and somebody used to go and help him with shopping, and he used to go like this and try and get round as best he could. Can you take that with you and find out, please? Because I've got a neighbour. It's to do with a neighbour. I leave it with you. I can't change this. I've asked them and they said no, it's neighbour. It's a neighbour situation. He just wants to come in to be recognised. Alright? So you have to put on the things. Right, you've got new glasses to be sorted. You've got glasses to be sorted.
It was a standing joke with my mum, the glasses.
You've got glasses.
I've got a pair broken as well, yeah.
You've got them to be sorted. You've got to have them sorted.
I've got to have them sorted.
Yeah. Have you got to have them sorted? Because they're talking about itchy eyes.
Okay.
Right. I'll leave that one with you
Yeah.
because they're telling me definitely itchy eyes.
Yeah.
Alright. So you might need drops or you
Yeah,
might
yeah.
need... Well, and also you're you're helping someone, a younger person, but they're not listening. All you get is, all right, I'm all right, all right.
Which one?
Yeah, all right. And slamming of doors, the slamming of a door. I'm in, slam goes the door. And it's like everything shatters. Everything shatters. You're there just to listen, not to solve anything.
Okay.
Not to listen to
I'll
solve.
definitely take that one.
Yeah. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Yeah. I've been doing a lot of that. My daughter says, I'm okay. What does okay mean? She texts me, I'm okay. What does okay mean? Goodness me.
Yeah.
I'm not a mind reader, I wish I was. Brenda sends her love. A lady called Brenda. And she was a workmate. And she was a workmate. I'm going to leave you with Brenda.
Okay.
All right? I say God bless.
Thank you.
Right. Over here. I've got where am I? Lady at the back. Lady at the back, yeah, orange, yeah. I need, yeah, lady at the back, you're wearing orange, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
thanks, sorry, yeah.
You're hearing things as well, do you understand that? You're hearing things. They need to let you know that they are never far away from you. Alright? And I want to say to you, what about your dreams? You've got quite vivid dreams as well, I'm being told. And they're coloured dreams, aren't they? Now, coloured dreams to me are spiritual. Black and white are everyday sort of thing. But they said, take notice of them. Now, if you can, and I've been told this, I don't do it. If you can, have a little piece of paper or a pad at the side of you in the morning and write down what you remember, and it will fall into place. Right?
Yeah.
I'm being told a funeral, there was a funeral where lots of flowers there. Why were we leaving them here? We're going to take some home with us.
Yes.
We're going to take some home with us. They said, thank you so much for that, because basically they're just going to destroy it, aren't they? And they said it was some for them, some for them,
Yeah.
and some for them. We're sharing them out.
Yeah.
And they said, we're so pleased about that. You've come on leaps and bounds over the last 18 months, right? You've coped with a situation that you didn't think was possible.
Yeah.
A gentleman says he'll always love you and he'll always care for you and he'll always be around you. He will not interfere in your life because we have to make decisions for ourselves, but he will always be around you. Now this gentleman, he wore a suit, but I'm seeing him in casual clothes a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing him, he worked with his hands. He worked with his hands. Put a piece of paper in front of me. I don't want that. I'll do it by hand. I'll do it by hand. I can't study that. No, it don't make sense to me. I'm doing it by my hands. Yeah. But he says you're good with your hands as well.
Mm-hmm.
You're good with your hands. You're making things. You're making things. Hopefully you will earn a little bit of money with it.
Mm-hmm.
All right? But you know as well as I do, as soon as you earn it, it'll go straight out there.
Yeah.
But it goes out sometimes. Can I say not always in the right way? Does that make sense to you?
Definitely, yes.
I can't open it up any more
No,
than that,
definitely.
but
Yeah.
you understand.
Yeah.
As long as you can pay your bills,
Yeah.
and as long as you've got enough food, and you've got your rent over your
Yeah.
head. I also know that a child, there's been a miscarriage of a child connected with you.
Yeah.
These little ones, and it's nothing anyone can do. It's nobody's fault. And I'm being told, I feel male with this.
Yeah.
I feel male with this. I'm also being told that you understand they come for a reason and they go back for a reason
Yeah.
now. It was hard at first because you didn't understand, and nobody says you should do. But over the period of time, your knowledge has got so advanced that you do understand a lot about these things now. I've got drawing with you as well. I've got drawing with you. Now I feel it's because Spirit wants to see whether you can do things like that.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Put pencil to paper and see what happens, because you doodle. I'm seeing doodling, but doodling is brilliant because it shuts our mind off. We're just doing things, doesn't it? In time, I feel, I don't know whether you're in circle or thought about it, but in time I feel that circle will be good for you to help you advance. But it will be when you're ready and when your earthly things get sorted a little bit. All right? I'm being told someone, I don't think it might not be connected with you, but someone's pestering someone for a dog.
Oh, yes.
All right? It's like, oh, that's a lovely little dog. Can we have one like that? Can we have one like that? No, we don't want one like anything because we can't afford it. And they're retired.
Yeah.
And they're a 5-minute wonder. So we say no,
Yes.
and we stick to no, all right? I'm seeing one toe of yours, you've got a problem with one toe, right? Look out for what shoes you're wearing, because one of them is causing a problem with that toe, all right? But go with what you're feeling, do with what you want to do,
Yeah.
and know that you're advanced over the last 18 months, all right?
Yeah.
All right? It's there for you. And I'll leave it with you and say thank you for working with me. Are we up for time?
Yeah, you're fine. You can keep going. It's just on 9, so if you want to go a little bit longer, you can. That's no problem.
Right, here we go.
I'm not going to chuck you off.
Here we go. Our gentleman with the stripy top. Yeah, stripy top, yeah.
I love how men always. Everyone comes in here and they just instantly forget what they were put on when they
Yeah,
left the
do
house,
it,
don't
do it.
they?
I've done it.
Everyone's like, "What am I wearing today?" What?
I need to care for myself at the moment, care for you. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
You need to, because you're giving it out. Hey, I'm helping here, and I'm doing that, and I'm doing that, and I'm doing this. I've got a lady connected with your family. She didn't make old bones, but she passed away. And she said, it was my time. A lot of people still can't get over that. A lot of people still can't get over that. And they're still asking questions. Why did this happen? What did happen? You know, it shouldn't have been like that. It shouldn't have been like that. But she comes and says, I've learned a lot and I'm there. And she's being used to help on the earth plane at this moment in time. So whatever's going on. You sense spirit around you as well. All right? You sense spirit around you as well. Right, I don't like a lot of names because but if they get... Would you understand Peter?
Yeah.
Peter. And I've got the surname of Jones.
Yeah.
And I've got the surname of Smith around you. All right?
Yeah.
Just surnames. I don't mind surnames, but Christian names, they've got to give me more. I want to say, as the world is changing, you have felt a lot more change than a lot of other people. Within yourself. Within yourself. You need to write things down, and you need to also ask questions to the Spirit, and they will give you the answer.
I do that anyway.
You get the answer. Do you get the answer? Because sometimes we need to know something. And also reading. I've got books with you as well.
Yeah.
I've got books with you. Who round you doesn't? Who round you is watching too many horror films? Would you understand? Somebody connect with you. It's like they're watching all these horror things.
I could guess. I don't know.
They're-
I could guess.
Yeah, well, if you know of them, if you can warn them, they're not much good for them at this moment in time because they take... I mean, my daughter says she can't sleep at night properly when she watches all this rubbish. You know what I mean? Horror stuff. I'm also going to camping around you, family and your friends. I'm also going to, I want to go Glastonbury way as well, that way as well. There's memories, and I also know that there's a trip coming up either this year or next year being talked about.
Okay.
Right? But you can only do so much, and you're helping at the moment in a situation, but you need to stand back on it now because you've gone as far as you can go. All right, you've gone as far as you can go. A gentleman, he's showing me, he's not that tall. He's got quite weather-worn hands. He worked outside, but he's talking about being out in the garden a lot. Being out in the garden a lot. That's where we need to be, he says. That's where we need to be. Away from all the rubbish, away from everything. But you get your own information. Just go with what you're getting. Go with what you're getting. You also need to sort your eating out.
Yeah.
What you're eating. And also, I feel that there's somebody connected around you that cannot get their head around something, so they would sooner pick up a glass, but it hasn't got water in it.
That's very true.
You understand? It won't be solved that way. But if right, what am I being told? I'm being told that if they continue that, it might be detrimental to their health. But only they can do something about it. No amount of nagging will make any difference. And with that, I'll leave you. Thank God bless you. Thank you for working with me. Gentleman at the side of you.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, love. I've got a lady here And she says, thank you for your help. When she was here on the earth plane, do you understand that? Thank you for your help. You helped her physically, spiritually and mentally. And she said, thank you so much. She comes in and says it wasn't easy and you had to do a lot of it on your own. But she says you coped. She's never far away from you. She hasn't got any of them problems anymore. All right. She says there's a photograph that means a lot to you of her. And from time to time, she'll move it.
Yeah, she does.
Right? Right. She says, I'm glad he's taken notice of that. Because I can start on something else now. So watch for anything else. All right? Right, there's an ornament as well. Little ornaments. They're going to be moved into different places. All right, so you watch out for that.
She does a lot of that.
All right, you know it is, so that's fine. I'm also seeing China. That has to be, no, not has to be, I don't use that word, you know that. Needs to be sorted. China, perhaps got rid of, moved, downloading, downsizing. And there's a crystal vase. She's talking about a crystal vase as well. All right. Roses are red, sugar is sweet. What is it? Roses are red, violets are blue, sugar is sweet, and so are you. So she used to say that to somebody. Yeah? She used to say that. She used to say that. And she loves fish and chips. Oh, she loved fish and chips. All right, but she comes and she says, I should still move the photo and the other bits, but you need to downsize a little bit now. You need to downsize a little bit now. And she's talking about the mattress on your bed. You think about changing it? It's not comfortable?
No, it is comfortable.
It is comfortable, right? She had a mattress. You had a mattress. She said she had a mattress that wasn't comfortable. And it had to get changed. But it was, yeah, she's talking about a mattress. I got there in the end.
She did change it.
I got there in the end. I thought it was yours, my mistake. But she comes in with lots of love, lots of help for you, all right? And just keep talking to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. She says, thank you saying good night to me and good morning to me. And she says she don't mind you telling all the problems that are going on. She can't do much about it, but she said keep on telling her. And the name of Rose.
Yeah.
The name of Rose. Thank you for both of you working with me. All right, I've got one more, I think. One more, two more. Right, where are we here? Ah, dear. Where am I? I know I'm at the back somewhere. Right, the lady with the lovely white. Right there. Yes, yes. I want to put a bit more laughter with you. I want to put a bit more laughter with you because you have got an infectious laugh. Does that make sense to you? Has everybody said that to you? But they said it's not being used enough at the moment. Don't keep listening to the news. Don't keep watching the news. Forget the papers. When John gets a paper and brings it in to me, I read the letters in it. Don't read any of the other rubbish. I read the letters. And I say, yeah, I'll read that one. I'll read that. Yeah, that's how we go on. Right. Would you understand a doorbell that rings, open the door and there's nobody there?
No.
Would anybody else understand that? A doorbell that rings, when you go to answer it, there's nobody there. Because I've got this doorbell, it's driving me mad, I can hear it.
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
All
I get
right.
woken up by it. and I
All
don't-
right.
and
Well, just
I'll
say
sit-
thank you to them. Tell them off if you want to, they don't mind about that. But I have to get this doorbell. All right.
Yeah,
I'll
because it's
leave
been
it with you.
strange because it's been
Thank you
over
for
and
letting
over.
me know. I don't want to walk home with this doorbell on me. Thank you very much. I've got an itchy nose. I've got an itchy nose and I think it's to do with you. Somebody needs to sort out their life before interfering in somebody else's. They need to sort out their life without interfering with somebody else's. Right. I am here.
I've got a bit of an idea of that.
You understand? I've got somebody around that they need to sort their life out before giving their opinion on something else and somebody else's life.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah?
I do.
You know that. Right. I have from the past, I've got a ginger cat that somebody would have had, a ginger cat, and I've got a no, not a corgi dog. It's like a corgi dog, but it's not a corgi dog. A low dog.
Sausage dog. It might be a sausage dog.
Dash hound or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah, low to the ground one. I've got a low to the ground dog here to give you. I want to give you February and March, birthdays, passings, anniversaries.
Yeah.
I need to give you somebody and say no to no more piercings. No more piercings, arms, legs, what I don't know. But they're saying no more piercings, please. So if you're not for you, there's somebody connected around you that wants to have another piercing.
She's getting them tomorrow.
It's like, I want another one on my ear.
Yeah, that's what she said.
She wants another one on her ear.
On both ears, yeah. But she's only...
All right, but
she's
just say no more at the moment, no more at the moment. I've got an earring that went down the plug hole. An earring that went down the plug hole. All right, don't worry about it now. These are very insignificant little things. But they might mean something to you or your people around you.
Yeah.
Name of Daisy. Name of Daisy. She's an elderly lady. She's quite round. She wore an apron that was a full one, but she had twirled it half, and tied it up round her twice. Tied it round her twice.
On my bed, mainly.
Right. And I don't know why you're going to hear of new life coming on the earth plane.
All right.
Right, so somebody is thinking about a new life coming on the earth plane.
What, new baby?
All right, you might not hear it yet, but you're going to hear about the new life coming on the earth plane. And Phil, the name of Phil,
Yeah.
the name of Phil. If you can accept that, you will accept the baby when it's being talked about, all right? And you've got there's a memory of a jellyfish being stinging somebody's feet, legs, jellyfish from years ago. I want to go South End area.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go South End
Yeah,
area.
that's what I was reading.
All right. I also know that there's a child connected or a younger person connected around you who is very, very sensitive. Very, very sensitive. And they need to be nurtured because I feel that they're very spiritual minded. All right. It might not be that way yet, but I feel that they can be that way in the future.
Okay.
All right. It's like there needs to be lots of patience around this person. Lots of patience. And sometimes we have to sit down and explain things a little bit more to them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. And I'll just leave it with you.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Thank you so much for working with me.
Thanks.
I think that's about it.
Yeah, you good?
Thank you. I couldn't get round to you all, but bless you for coming, and I'm really excited about being here.
Thank you. Would you just like to close the prayer for me though, quickly, yeah? Thank you.
It's my first church. I've got another one in September. It feels like getting back on the saddle, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely lovely. I really have missed it. Bless you all. Thank you for coming. Just take your time in life. Take each day as it comes. Look after ourselves. Be mindful of who we are, what we are. We're spiritual beings in a physical body, and we need to accept that. Right? So only do what we can do, get help when we can't do it, and just be patient with ourselves. That's all I'm going to say. Now I'm going to close, please. So close your eyes. Great Spirit, Father God, as we come to the end of this evening, we say thank you, thank you, thank you for all the help that's been given here, all the love that's come in, all the guidance. And for those who never got a message, please let them take something from this evening that will help them in the coming days and weeks. I want to thank my guides, helpers and inspirers, and the angels who watch over us. May we all walk in your light, love and understanding until we all meet again. Amen.
Right, I'm going to go put the kettles on. Ooh.